Hello? There we go. Don't know what happened there. My bad. All right, so no one heard me. Okay, this, this is the Vinyl Casket. I am Nick. This is my weekly comic book recap and review. Uh, Big stack. We'll get into the review real quick, then we'll do a rundown of what's coming out next week. Um, it's the home of the lamest tastes, where I talk about comic books, I play video games, and we have the 1 month later podcast, and I have another show in the works that I'm doing with a bunch of guys, and I'm going to within the next week do my first TV show season review on my own on here, then post it on YouTube, which is at the Vinyl Casket. You can subscribe over there, like, follow and subscribe here on Twitch at Vinyl Casket, and follow on Instagram at Vinyl Casket and Vinyl Casket Comics, and Twitter at Vinyl Casket. First book is Skybound X. Skybound X is from Image Comics. It's a multi-story book that's coming out weekly from their Skybound X line, from their Skybound line. Um, this is to celebrate 10 years, even though we're in the 11th year. It was originally supposed to be a bunch of stuff. I think it was going to come out for Comic Con before the pandemic, but obviously because of that, it all got delayed, and now they're putting them out in weekly issues for the rest of the year. This is issue 2. The cover story here is Birthright, which is a pretty solid story. I haven't read Birthright. I haven't read Stillwater either. The artwork in Everyday Hero Machine Boy was cool, but the selling point of this book is Rick Grimes 2000, which is a futuristic alternate whatever what if scenario for The Walking Dead, and it sells the book. It is amazing. Overall, I don't know how to rate this because it's all over the place. Out of 10, I might give it like an 8, 7.5. It's really good if you like these certain things. There's a little bit of everything for everybody in here. Artwork is solid all around. Okay, back to that. And next book is issue 4 of Wave X. So when Wave X and X Corps came out, I was excited for both and super disappointed uh, by X Corp. Dropped it, no longer picking it up, but Wave X is continuing to hold strong. So this follows Legion, the Zorn brothers, and Nightcrawler, obviously. A bunch of other cool characters like Dr. Nemesis and Pixie, and you get to see Dust being super powerful in this. A lot of, Gorgon after having his brain all scrambled when he was reborn after dying in Otherworld. Um, yeah, this was a really cool issue and a really cool book. Picked up a sick variant cover. Um, I like where this is going. It's leading into Onslaught. It explains a lot about what's going on. Even though we knew a lot, it basically took everything we knew and added a lot more detail to it. So this is going to get an easy 8 out of 10. It's a good book with really good artwork and a lot of fun characters. Next is Detective Comics 1039. So Vile is finally revealed completely. Like, we knew who he was basically by reading through, but now he's been met, he's been encountered, he's been in a fight. Vile's a thing. We get his backstory. We get to find out all about him. I'm really loving all the Hunter stuff in this book. I'm really loving how all the other characters are being used, and this is creating a really cool, interesting story. The only thing that I'm confused about, and I love the Mr. Worth stuff. The only thing I'm concerned about is that there's no link to the magistrate being used in this book, but it's super heavy in Batman. But like the stuff that's going on in this book, you would think, the magistrate guy and Swan or whatever his name is would be like, hey, like what's they don't say. So I wish there was a little bit of like continuity connection there. But besides that, I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. Uh, Gotham issue is this 3. Gotham Future State Gotham issue 3. This is the black and white manga inspired Future State book. It's really good. It basically follows Red Hood, who's now Peacekeeper Red, and the Bat family and the new Batman, and gives you a lot of backstory. It gives you some information on the Arkham Knights that we got to see in Future State, and what happened, and I think some guy Warbringer or War Master or something. Really cool. I can't wait to see. I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. I thought it was really cool, really interesting. The lack of color thing is a little different from like DC Comics modern and stuff, but I really did enjoy the story, and I think it's if you're into that, it's gonna be awesome. Uh, issue 2 of 6 for Infinite Frontier. Uh, this is standard cover. Standard cover. This has kind of like multiple stories that are all wrapped into each other and convey one ongoing thing. Um, but it's got a huge creative team. You get to learn a lot about Bones and his agents and the DEO and trying to figure out what's going on in the world after what is it called after Death Dark Knight's death metal. Um, so like you get to there's mentions on death metal, the crises, all these different characters coming back, and if they're the character from that world, and you get to see Captain Atom, and this really wraps the continuity together pretty nice and kind of explains the continuity errors that are still happening now. How the world, reality's still healing. You know, all these worlds were destroyed and then remade, and new worlds, and everything's now connected, and the gods or whatever. And it explains Wonder Woman, and it tries to explain continuity errors, and it does a really good job of blending this world. And one of my friends, Manny Reads Comics, was even saying that DC has something going here. Like they have something on up their sleeves that this is interesting. And then whole other side of the spectrum, non-continuity, or we don't know, it's a possible future, is Batman the Detective issue 4 by Tom Taylor. This is elderly, but like not Dark Knight Batman. It's like elderly Batman, but not super elderly, and he gets arrested on purpose to interrogate, so he gets interrogated, so he can answer some of his own questions, and then it turns out that he's being poisoned by the people that have been trying to kill everyone saved by Batman, and all sorts of stuff. Really crazy story. Love the artwork. Bruce Wayne running into a pharmacy and starts shoving pills down his throat. Oh, I didn't give this a rating. This is gonna be a 7 out of 10. 8 out of 10. This is gonna be a 7.5 out of 10. Really great story, really great artwork. I really appreciate this, and I really love Tom Taylor. Okay, just DC, 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 DC. Um, Superman Action Comics. This is the 2021 annual. This is by Johnson. Awesome, love it. Neat. So this is a standalone story. It connects some of the stuff you just got to see in Future State and whatever. It's all about the House of L. No, this is not who I thought it was. I thought this was a slightly older Jonathan Kent, but no, this is Brendan Kent. Brandon Kent. But Kara Zor-El's still alive, and another son of Kal-El is here, but like no mention of Connor, no mention of Jonathan. So I don't know, Kara's still alive though. All these people are Kent's, the Blue Lantern, and this guy, and the Valkyrie, and you get to see Hank Henshaw, which was sick. Hank Henshaw was sick. Cyborg Superman. Yeah, this was a really interesting story. Standalone, you can pick it up, not know anything, and read it, enjoy it, as long as you have basic knowledge of like Superman. Really great story. I'm giving this a 9 out of 10, which doesn't happen often, but that was awesome. So we got Scream. So this is the one shot. I hate when they put issue 1 because it's Extreme Carnage part 2 of 6. All they gotta do is part 2 of 6. Scream. Extreme Carnage. I'm so excited for this. I have the young cover coming. I had to pick this up after the alpha was so good. This was even better. The Hellfire stuff, the what Carnage is doing. I don't want to spoil it, but it's really crazy. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. Artwork was phenomenal. The direction of the story and the dialogue was great. The inner dialogues between all the symbiotes and the human host were crazy. The guardsmen were really cool. I really enjoyed that book. Um, okay, more Marvel. Alien Aftermath, 35th anniversary of Aliens, the second movie. So this happens probably leading into the ongoing series, is what it says, but it takes place on, oh shit, what do we got? Fan of gaming ratio. Yeah, so there's no, I have no ratios, I'm pretty sure. The only stuff I really get is card stock. Um, yeah, I really only get card stock covers. Every once in a while, I'll get a ratio if I can, but most of the time my shop won't hold them to me for me. Um, unless I go in advance. Have I read Invincible? A long time ago, I read when it was coming out as an ongoing. I did read part of it, but I never followed up. But I've watched the show and I love the show. Um, so yeah, so Alien Aftermath. It takes place on the same planet that the first two movies, Alien and Aliens, takes place, and basically they're going to Haley's Hope to try to find this one guy. So there's a group of renegades, and they basically live stream and then post their adventures and then blowing shit up and fighting uh Weyland-Yutani, and really cool. I love how they describe these characters and the really quick and really in-depth character development we get. But one of the main characters, his aunt was Velasquez, one of the space marines in Aliens, and he's been looking for his aunt for years or something, trying to get answers because they basically bombed this planet to cover up what happened in the first two movies. So basically, he had to do all the stuff and find all this information. And they go, and they didn't realize that this whole time where they were set up by Weyland to do this, and the thing that some other company was getting them to steal, they were going to offer them more money to bring it, and we get to see a brand new type of xenomorph that's like shooting like nitrogen oxide out of his blood and like freezing stuff. Um, right now, there's only one person alive. There's only one person out of the four of them. There's only one person alive. Um, I thought that was a really interesting way to just do this. Um, actually, I'm pretty sure Brendan died too. I'm not sure, but Brendan. I'm thinking of the Superman book, but the guy that died. I'm pretty sure everyone died actually, but this was an awesome book, and they said it's going to be leading into the ongoing story, which comes out next week. So we'll see how that plays out. I thought this was a great tribute, a 35th anniversary issue. Marvel did an amazing job with this. I'm super, super excited. I give it an 8 out of 10. If you're a fan of Alien, everything Marvel's putting out right now is phenomenal. Okay, so heavy hitter. This is a Flash 2021 annual. This is a sideways variant cardstock cover. So I'm not going to be able to get a really good shot on this, but you got a bunch of speedsters. You have the new girl from Teen Titans. You got Jesse Quick. You have Wally West's son. I'm pretty sure that's who that is. You got Barry Allen, Wally West, Reverse Flash. I'm pretty sure that's Eobard Thawne, and not Professor Zoom. Jay Garrick, Max Mercury. You get to see the freaking Savage Flash from Prehistoric Age, and Bart. So you don't get to see Wallace, you don't get to see Avery, you don't get to see Wally's daughter, you don't get to see Johnny Quick, you know, a bunch of characters you don't see. But the characters that you do show are drawn really well, and it's really cool. this plugged, finished off the storyline, the ongoing storyline from the ongoing issues. Finish that up in this annual. Was not a standalone. You need to have read everything leading up to this point. Um, Amazing job, dude. Amazing job. This was incredible. Dude, this is a 9 out of 10 easy, maybe even a 10 out of 10. Perfect issue. Answered so many questions, tied up so many loose ends. It was super heartbreaking. There's so many moments of like, what the like really really did justice for Wally, helped Wally out, really switched the story around. You get to see Roy right before the explosion, explains what happens, and you know how this whole thing with Heroes in Crisis wasn't really his fault, and that it was the Speed Force, and we already got at the end of Williamson's run that Reverse Flash Eberthon had something to do with this. So then you get to see Savitar. Is it that how you say it? Savitar? Savitar? I don't know. But you get to see him. Cool redesign of his costume. His whole shtick still going strong, but I'm assuming that he was able to get out of his Speed Force prison because of Evilboard, and that led to all this, leading to that explosion where the Speed Force overloads through Wally, and kills everyone there, right? But crazy shit. You get to see Roy. Ollie gets to have a whole heart to heart. Savitar and dude, super awesome story. It was really heartfelt. It was probably the best Flash story I've read in a long time. I'm trying to get the guys in One Month Later to read this so they can tell me how they feel. Fantastic. I'm gonna go with a 10 out of 10. That's the first time I've ever done that. Okay, awesome variant cover for boom, the Joker issue 5. This the Commissioner and the Clown, featuring a really weird punchline story. That was really cool. I'll touch on that first. Really cool artwork, really stuff. Blue Jay and or Bluebird. It's either Blue. I think it's Bluebird and her brother and the stuff going on there, and her father. Awesome. Harper Row. Cool. This complete backstory on um on Commissioner Gordon and the Joker when he first got put in Arkham, and introduces a lot of backstory on the guy that was killed in A Day. There's the reason why that family, that old man, sent the assassin kids after them. So that tied up so many loose ends and added so much more dialogue and story to this book and this ongoing. Easy 8 out of 10. Fantastic art, fantastic stories. Really, when I was like, what the heck? When are we going to go back to press? This exceeded my expectations. All right, 2 more books. We got Sinister War issue 1. Cool. Yeah, I'll give this like a 6.5, 7, 7.5. I'll give it a 7.5. You get the Savage 6 versus the Sinister 6. You have freaking Mysterio, who's good, he's trying to get recruited by the Sinister 6, and you have the stuff of Doctor Strange and Mephisto going on, and you got Harry Osborn doing a bunch of stuff. Dude, I don't even know what's going on. There's just so much happening, but it was so entertaining, and the artwork was amazing. This is Bagley, right? Yeah, this is all Bagley, dude. Fantastic. Okay, and then finally, we have issue 5 of Batman Urban Legends, which is probably one of my favorite Bat titles to be coming out. It's a $9 book, I think, and it's either $7 or $9 book. It gives you basically a trade paperback with 4 stories in it. So you get Batman and Red Hood, which is the constant story, and then at the end you get Grifter. In between, you get Batgirls featuring Oracle and spoiler and Orphan. That story was awesome. I enjoyed that dialogue so much. You get a Tim Drake story, really cool. I'm not sure. There's continuity issues in the Tim Drake story, but I think Infinite Frontier kind of mentioned it. I don't know. I'm really not sure what's going on, but he gets a phone call from Connor Kent, but it's Connor Kent wearing the leather jacket and not the Connor Kent that's in Suicide Squad. So, is there two Connor Kents? Like, so is there Connor Kent, and Jonathan Kent? How many Superboys are there? You know what I'm saying? I'm very confused. I know there was a variant cover that's floating around that's coming out soon that shows Connor Kent fighting Leather Jacket Connor Kent. So we'll see what happens with that. I really want to know. I was a huge fan of that 20 issue Young Justice series. Um, that story was interesting. I liked it. I liked the Batgirl story. Red Hood and Batman, really cool. I love the relationship they're building between Red Hood and Batman. It's really good. It's really strong. The Mr. Freeze stuff. Cheer, that villain Cheer, that backstory they gave him was really cool. It was a really cool backstory that I didn't see coming, and I really enjoyed it. And then finally, the Grifter story finishes out of what happened last time, and Grifter jumping back and forth between what side he's on. I was so confused until the end when you finally understand Wildcats is back, baby. Holy crap, you get to see all these characters I don't even remember from Wildcats. That's sick, sick lineup, whole team. I'm hoping that they don't get their own title and just stays in the back of this book with the front being Red Hood and the back being Wildcats. I would love that. This book, dude. It's a 9 out of 10. Every single story was good. Artwork was amazing. Variant cover by Kirkman, right? This is a Kirkman. Yeah, Tyler Kirkman cover, fantastic. Like, dude, out of the we're talking about freaking Walking Dead. Tyler Kirkman, dude, legend. So that's my stack. Awesome books. Really excited. I enjoyed everything. So now let's get into this. So I'm gonna pull this over here. So this is what we got this week. This is coming. There's some variants that I didn't get to wrap around, and I think that's it. So next week, oh, we got even more books. Oh, okay. So this might not come. This might not be there. So that's two books I'm not going to get until those covers come. Alien issue 5. Super excited. I hope I get this variant. Blue and Gold issue 1. Awesome cardstock cover. Very excited. Issue 33 of Catwoman. I love these Poison Ivy covers they've been doing. I love it. Phage. If it's as good as Scream, it's going to be awesome. Flash. So the Flash annual leading into this book, I'm very excited. Guardians of the Galaxy. I did not ask for this cover. No, maybe I asked for this cover. I might not have asked for this cover, but Guardians of the Galaxy. This is the start of Last Annihilation. Marauders. Very excited for issue 22. Moon Knight 1. New Mutants. I really hope they pick up the story with this, because otherwise I'm going to have to drop it. It's getting boring. They need to pick up the story. I want New Mutants character. Where's Magma? Like, you've only been talking about Wolfsbane and freaking Karma and a couple other characters, Magic and Danny Moonstar, like, and now they got John, Proud Stars in there. But like, where is, you basically stopped talking about freaking what's his name? Cypher? Like, I don't even know, dude. I don't know what's going on. The first like 6 Boom Boom, Armor, like there were so many cool characters, and then I'm not even like mentioned in the stories. Whatever. Nightwing, 82. Dude, so excited. So excited. I'm beyond excited. Can't wait for this book. I love Tom Taylor. Radiant Black. Oh my God. Kyle Higgins blowing it out of the water. I can't wait. Shazam #1. So this comes right out of Teen Titans Academy. X-Bound 3 or Skybound X3. Very, we'll see. I'm trying to figure out when I'm gonna drop this. I want to drop it because I don't really want it, but these stories are so good. Superman and the Authority might not be able to get this. My shop might not have ordered enough. Oh, definitely didn't order enough, so I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to get there in time to get one. Sucks. X-Men Legends issue 5. So I skipped the last issue. Now 5 has an X Factor story. So there's going to be 3 books on this that I'm not going to probably be able to pick up because they might not have the young covers and they might not have Superman and the Authority. So that's going to help me out. Dropping 3, bringing me down to 12 books. So that will help my pocket out tremendously. And then hurt me when I come to this week. Action Comics 1033. Spider-Man 71. Last issue of Cable. Checkmate 2. This story's got to pick up. Otherwise, I'm going to drop it. Detective Comics 1040. Infinite Frontier 3. Robin 4. Awesome card stock. We got Sword. Only picking this up because it's Last Annihilation. Skybound X. Is this 4? 4. The new Superman by Tom Taylor, issue 1. We also have Teen Titans Academy 5 and Wolverine 14. So Wolverine better be good. If it starts to dip off, of dropping it. Everything else here is pretty solid. Okay, here we get a lighter week. So they finally revealed the cover for this. It looks sick. Sinister War 2, Guardians of the Galaxy, Infinite. Oh, this is the annual. So this has to do with the ongoing Infinite Destinies. Lasher, I love this cover. Batman, The Adventure Continues, issue 3. Batman 111. Suicide Squad. This is Ultraman crushing Bloodsport. This X-Men 2 variant with the X-23 cover I really want. I think that's everything, right? Everything I mentioned. Green Lantern 5. And that's everything. Lighter week, thank God. And then we go back to hitting it off the bat. Urban Legends 6. We got Defenders 1. I might not get Defenders 1. We'll have to see. Detective 1041. Free comic book day. So we got 2 free comic book days. We got Spider-Man and Batman. We got... So this is Spider-Man and Venom, I believe. Yeah, Spider-Man / Venom. So there's probably like a side story or something. Future State Gotham featuring Harley Quinn, which at the end of this, you get to see Harley Quinn get all crazy. I Am Batman issue 0. I'm not excited for it. Next Batman really disappointed me just to lead into the series where it just could all happen. Infinite Frontier 4. The Joker issue 6. Last Ronin, finally, issue 4, X-Force, issue 22, and X-Men Legends 6. So this might be the last X-Men Legends I pick up. Okay, so don't know what's going on with this. There's 2 Bat Cats. I don't know what's happening. Hopefully this happens before and then this, because 8 is scheduled. Blue and Gold 2, Catwoman 34. These card stocks are unbelievable. Extreme Carnage Riot. Young cover, Flash 773, Guardians of the Galaxy, Last Annihilation part, second half, Kang the Conqueror issue 1, might not get it. It's a young cover though, so Marauders. Oh, I'm picking up Marauders still. Nightwing 83. I think this is the cover. Yeah, it's a cover with the dog. Gotta get that. Noctera. Issue 6, very excited to see what they do. Radiant Black and Noctera on the same week. They're screwing me here. Look how many books come out this week. All right, so things are gonna get moved around. There's no way that Noctera, the Image puts these 2 books out in the same week. Shazam, Sinister War 3, Superman and the Authority, Wave X, and Trial of Magneto all in the same week. Dude, that's 20 books. Well, it's 18 books. 18 books. Maybe 17. Still way too much for me. Okay, and then over here we have a light week. Dude, if they don't move some of these books over, I'm just going to have to leave them in my pull list and pick them up the next week. I can't afford. How much was that? It was like $100? I can't afford, even with 10% off, I can't afford $80. Darkhawk issue 1, Cable Reloaded, Alien 6, Amazing Spider-Man, Checkmate, Batman Detective, Infinite Frontier, Robin, Superman, Teen Titans, Wolverine. And then here we have the 80th anniversary of Aquaman, might get it, might not. Batman Fear State Alpha 1, sick cardstock cover. Dark Ages 1, yeah! Toxin. There's a young cover coming out, but we don't know what it looks like. So okay, so that and that gotta get removed. That takes 2 off. This is a light week. Green Lantern, Last Annihilation, New Mutants, Sinister War, and then here, this is the cover I was talking about. The annual. So Suicide Squad 2021 annual should answer my questions about this continuity error, I hope. And then we're back to fucking heavy weeks. Ugh, dude. So these 2 really cool variants come out. I talked to my guy about that. I really want that variant. So these are ratios that I'm trying to get. I'm trying to make sure that he gets me all the wanted ratios. I know it sucks. They're probably all gonna be 1/50s, which is hard. But I'll tell him I'll play the premium. I want those 1/50s. I want those books. All right. And I think that's all we're gonna talk about today. 35 minutes. We Gucci over here. There we go. Okay. Pull the holding. All right, that was my comic review for the week. Awesome. Really love, showing this stuff for you guys, even if you don't watch now. Check out the VODs. Tell your friends. Check out the YouTube at The Vinyl Casket, Instagram at Vinyl Casket, and at Vinyl Casket Comics, Twitter at Vinyl Casket. Subscribe and follow on here. Subscribe, follow all over there. 1 month later, club on Twitch and Instagram. Check out Manny Reads Comics. Check out Talking Pop Culture. Check out Omnipotent Comics. I Talk Comics. And Comic Book Biker. All the boys. Give everybody support and love. Make sure you run up the YouTube, Instagram, Twitch. Check them all out. Run up their feeds. Support everybody. Support me. Tell your friends. Yeah. Stay lame.